Things that I've learned through the parenting workshop is that when your kids start manipulating you, and it's really, really subtle sometimes, and you have to really study these, like the blame game, so that you can recognize it, because I didn't recognize a lot of them until I started studying them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they have been winning these battles, like, because I didn't realize it, because they can, it's so subtle how they get your mind off track. You're trying to hold them responsible, and pretty soon they've got you swung over to going like, gosh, I'm such a poor parent, and you're off track, and they're getting off the hook while you're off track, and so like the blame game, they'll start in with blaming or not taking responsibility. And one little trick that I've learned how to refocus it is by acknowledging what they're saying. Like, I hear what you're saying about me. Like, say they're blaming me. I hear what you're saying about me, but we'll talk about me later. Right now I want to talk about this particular topic, and you bring them back around. And they might do it again. Why are you yelling at me? I feel like you don't even love me. I just feel like I'm hated and not appreciated. Okay, let's talk about how I may or may not love you later. Right now I'm going to talk about this.
Let's call that categorizing.
Categorizing.
Yeah, putting everything in little boxes.
Mm-hmm. So you're acknowledging what they're saying, but you're always bringing them back around, and that worked wonders for me. And I coach other parents, and they're wowed at the response that they get, and they start realizing how many times they go off track because their kid's throwing all these different things at them to try to get them off of keeping them, holding them responsible, or them taking ownership. And pretty soon they have to eat it, and the kid doesn't have anywhere else to go. They start learning there's nowhere else to run, and the manipulation's not working, and then they eventually start learning to be answerable, and be responsible and accountable, and what that looks like. So that's just a tip that I learned through parenting workshop.
That's really good. And what she's saying is, one of the things about the blame game is they try to get your mind off the issue and into some other issue that may or may not exist. For example, when they'll say they did it, they did the wrong because someone provoked them. So they're blaming someone well, they did it, they did this to me. So this is why I did what I did. So then that requires confrontation, conflict resolution, because then you get the other person and you sit down and everybody is confronted. But other times they say, they didn't do it. I didn't do it, he did it. Now, if you have one word against the other, or if the other person doesn't exist or whatever, you can't prove it. That's why I said you can't really judge. So